Hey there, this is the One Boom, and today I wanted to share my thoughts about Black Ops 7 and a lot of the criticisms I'm seeing thrown at it. The gameplay here is me leveling up the AMAX because somehow I didn't do that throughout the life cycle of Black Ops 6, don't know how that happened. I decided to record this match because there was an enemy on the other team using the Memories Reznov skin, like the bright blue guy, you'll see him through the gameplay. Found out he's actually really good, and I decided to spend my match holding him back so he couldn't streak my team because he was winning just about every gunfight he was entering, so I made it my mission to hold him back. So we end up pulling out a win here, pretty tight. It was a little bit sweatier than I wanted, but I think I did a good job. So that's it for the gameplay. As for the commentary, I'm going to be reiterating some of the things I said in my last video, but I think these things are just as important to make an entire video about. In my last video, I talked about my problems with Black Ops 7's marketing and how I can see why people are getting sort of the wrong idea about the game from the way it is being marketed. They keep mentioning back in Black Ops 6 we did blank, or compared to Black Ops 6, blank. You know, I don't think that's the right idea. Black Ops 6 needs to be the furthest thing from their mouth. They need to be talking about what makes Black Ops 7 special. That video will be linked at the end of this one if you want to go watch it. I go way more in depth, I get a little angry, I get a little ranty, so I don't want to spoil that video if you haven't seen it, but for this video, I want to focus on the idea that Black Ops 7 is just an update to Black Ops 6, because I'm pretty sure this has put the nail in the coffin for me on the Call of Duty player's ability to reason, and I just really want you to look at two things for me. First, if you could look at this gameplay of Black Ops 1, released in 2010, and just study this for a second. See the animations, the gunplay, me getting some kills, you know, the aesthetic of it all. Okay. Now, if you just do me a solid here and look over at this gameplay. This is Black Ops 2, released in 2012. This is a Black Ops game. It is a sequel to Black Ops 1. And just, you know, study the gameplay, look at it for a bit, just tune me out right now as I'm talking and just look at the gameplay. Now, for the people that have not played these two games, it would kind of make sense if they were confused or conflicted. Like if they're brand new COD heads, they maybe got into COD with like Modern Warfare 2019, and that's fair. You know, Modern Warfare 2019 is as far away from Black Ops 7 as like Black Ops 2 was from COD 4, so there's a lot of people that got in with Modern Warfare 2019 and they've only been playing COD for about 6 years. They're not like me, who's been playing Call of Duty since 2009. So like about 10 years before Modern Warfare came out. I'm not trying to argue from a point of authority like, oh, I have played more than you, I have more experience than you. That's not what I'm trying to say here. What I'm trying to say, more like what I'm trying to show, let's look at this. Here's gameplay of Black Ops 6. This was released in 2024. And just study the gameplay, look at it. You know, it's, you know, set in 1991. And now let's go to Black Ops 7. And this game is releasing 1 year later at 2025. And it is taking place, the game takes place in 2035. This is a sequel, only a number only. This is actually more of a sequel to 2012's Black Ops 2 than it is a sequel to 2024's Black Ops 6, because this is taking place right after the events, or 10 years after the events of BO2 in the near future. I think if we look at any COD games from certain eras like Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3, Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2, Black Ops 3, Black Ops 4, COD World War II, Call of Duty Vanguard, we can kind of see similarities. We can see things that carry forward and carry on, like even if the game is brand new and that the game has multiple years between it, like we can see the design language is peeking through, right? And the reason we can see that is because it's fucking Call of Duty. If Black Ops 7 is just an update to Black Ops 6, then, well, then Black Ops 2 is just an update to Black Ops 1. Now, I know you're gonna point out that some things were more drastically different back then, and to a degree, I would fully actually agree with you. There are issues I have with Black Ops 7. I think Black Ops 7 should have an entirely new create a class system, not Pick 10, not COD Ghosts, not Black Ops 6. They should have done something new. They did new things with hybrid specialties and the overclock system, which I'm very excited for. I need to make a video on it because I think our builds this year are actually going to be really cool. I think class creation is going to be actually piquing my interest more than I thought it was going to. There's going to be a lot of flexibility when making your class, way more than I was expecting. Of course, this is the sort of Modern Warfare 2019 template of you pick your perks, your field upgrade, your lethal tactical, your primary secondary. And honestly, this gen of Call of Duty, the only real innovation I think we had in Create a Class was Modern Warfare 3, and I do think Black Ops 7 should have done something like that. A brand new Create a Class system with a whole new perk setup, like just full send, even if they did like a pick 10, pick 13, pick 15 system, something to really differentiate it from last year would have been refreshing and nice to see. But we are getting lots of unique attachments on our weapons, and we're getting weapon prestige and the ability to unlock special attachments from prestiging our weapons. And again, we can upgrade all of our score streaks and gear. You can literally level up your C4 and then upgrade it with one of 2 overclocks. So you basically have pro perks from back in the day, but for your score streaks and equipment. So we can literally level up frag grenades and concussion grenades and UAVs, and then put things on our UAVs to upgrade them without increasing the score cost like you did in Advanced Warfare over a decade ago. So really, like, bravo, like, that's awesome. That's a great concept and great idea, and that does make up for a lot of things. For me, I can still wish they did something else, but I can also appreciate what they did do. But this idea that this game is some sort of just blatant update or copy or iterative design on Black Ops 6, when what I'm looking at is an entirely new roster of weapons, we have an entirely new roster of maps and locations, a whole new time period, a new HUD, a new aesthetic, the mini-map's different, your ammo count's different, there are health bars above enemies again for the first time since Black Ops 4. New streaks, the ability to upgrade streaks, like, this is a different fucking game. The thing is, with Black Ops 2, they implemented Pick 10, which was a brand new Create a Class system, and they introduced score streaks for the first time where your score accumulated into your streak instead of just your kills. And that was awesome back in the day. Black Ops 2 did a lot to differentiate itself from Black Ops 1, and I can totally understand that this game isn't even doing a lot to differentiate itself from the Modern Warfare 2019 formula we've been used to. It's one of the reasons I'm just incredibly excited for Infinity Ward's next game, because they're resetting Warzone. Everything is going to be refreshed and reset. So this template we've had since Warzone and Modern Warfare 2019 was introduced is going to be completely thrown on its head, and I couldn't be happier for that. But for this game, there is an entirely new game here. Yes, it has Omni movement, but that doesn't matter, right? Because like Black Ops 1 introduced dolphin diving, and Black Ops 2 reintroduced dolphin diving. Like, we had a slide in Call of Duty Ghosts, and then we had the ability to slide in Advanced Warfare, Black Ops 3, Infinite Warfare. Every COD since we've been able to slide. Oh, except for COD World War II, which regressed back to the dolphin dive for sliding to come back in like the very next COD. So, but it's bizarre to see people say, well, the Omni movement and all the animations make it just look like Black Ops 6, when that's just the case for every COD then, right? Because like, every COD was moving the same way and had a lot of similar animations and POVs that, you know, we were used to. Like, right? Am I crazy here that this is just what COD is? This isn't specific to Black Ops 7. This isn't new. Have you been living under a rock? Or are you just a hater for the love of the game? I'm just interested, because we have wall jumping, but nobody's talking about wall jumping. We have overclocks, but nobody's talking about overclocks. We have hybrid specialties, but nobody's talking about hybrid specialties. I think the new, at the very least, counterbalances the stuff that feels sort of samey. But at the very most, honestly, some of it just trumps the sameness, because it's going to be a different experience. Like, yeah, it has Omni movement just like Black Ops 6, but the Omni movement has been reworked to be less glidey and slidey and be a little bit more snappy instead of flowy. And then they added a wall jump where you can jump off of walls 3 times, and like, that's a big change. That's a massive change for the COD formula. But what's bizarre to me every year that a COD game is coming out is what this really comes down to is that some of you are just burnt on the formula. Some of you just really do not like this formula anymore. Whether you don't like how Call of Duty's been moving and playing since Modern Warfare 2019 and everything sort of followed its template, like maybe you just don't like the sort of quote-unquote Warzone era of COD where everything's sort of homogenized together. Like, I totally get that. But I wonder, if you're just sick of all of it, then why are you a part of the conversation? Unfortunately, when I try to get my head into the headspace of the people that are dogging on this and ragging on this, and for some reason promoting EA like it's the savior to AAA gaming, like the last 12 years didn't happen, which is very interesting, by the way. Like, how is Battlefield somehow the savior of AAA shooters when, not gonna lie, I had a ton of fun in the beta of Battlefield 6, but like, I'm not putting all of my eggs in the EA basket. I'm not that stupid. I might like Call of Duty, but I'm not an idiot. But it's like, why are you a part of the conversation? I try to get into the headspace of why they would be, and when I think about it, it's like, well, when I used to be a part of the conversation about stuff like this, it was just when I was a kid and I couldn't like afford multiple games, and like buying a video game was like my entire life. Like if I bought a game, whoa, that's gonna be my whole life is playing that game because it's the biggest thing of my year. But now, like, I don't know, I've had deaths in my family, I've had like breakups, I've had multiple jobs, like I don't know. Call of Duty is a nice place to relax, and it's fun to talk about, it's fun to rant about, it's fun to play and grind and prestige in. And I feel like my perspective's just widened enough to go, yeah, Call of Duty is going to be similar every year, and usually within 6 years, Call of Duty's pretty samey, and then it breaks out of it. Like, Call of Duty was kind of in that weird experimental stage from like 2013 to 2019. It was, you know, the 360 era of like 2007 to 2013 was very like, it was fairly predictable. People called Call of Duty, you know, DLCs of each other and same shit, different hat all the time. And then the Warzone era has its own, like, problems with homogenization, but it also, we got some of the series' most interesting mechanics and, like, gunsmith and shit. Like, so, I don't know, like, there's give and take here. We're at the end of a 6-year cycle, and this is like when Call of Duty Ghosts was coming out. Everyone was just sort of sick of the COD cycle, and then like Advanced Warfare came out, and it was a whole new set of topics and conversations, in the same way that everything kind of got homogenized and people got bored, and then Modern Warfare 2019 came out and sort of rebooted the series. So I know we're at the end, we're at a lull. I just don't understand being a part of the conversation if you're not a part of the series, you're not a part of the game. I don't get the obsessive advocation for other shooters like X-Defiant or Battlefield 6 to kill Call of Duty, when Call of Duty's just been doing its thing since, I don't know, the early 2000s. It hasn't hurt you, it hasn't done anything to you, it never scammed you, it's just a fucking game. It's an electronic toy. I mean, there are things in this world that I'm passionate about, that I can get angry about, that I can get upset about, but Call of Duty being Call of Duty is not going to be one of them. If Black Ops 7 is just an update of Black Ops 6, then Black Ops 2 is an update of Black Ops 1. Modern Warfare 3 is just Modern Warfare 2.5. World at War is just a reskin COD 4. And you know, at the end of the day, fine. I enjoyed all of them, and I'm gonna enjoy this one. For better or worse, I don't know for how long. I hope their post-launch content's good, keeps me entertained. I hope so, that'd be great. But if it doesn't, and the game actually ends up sucking and it's just a frustrating clusterfuck, then I'm gonna hop into Battlefield, and we'll focus on Battlefield. That'll be cool. I haven't focused on Battlefield on this channel since Battlefield 4. If you can't stand what I'm saying, if you don't understand the point I'm trying to make, if you don't understand the general concepts that I'm trying to put out here, then I honestly think a lot of you guys should unsubscribe and leave. I don't really have a lot of patience for it. I'm not saying unsubscribe if you disagree with me. I mean unsubscribe if you're going to keep chiming into the conversation that you have no stakes in. You clearly don't want it to be good. You clearly aren't analyzing the product. You clearly don't have anything to say about the product itself. You make generalizations because that's easier than having actual criticism, because actual criticism has to be balanced in some way. So I don't know why you're a part of the conversation. If you're going to be a part of the conversation and you are not a part of the situation, then you know what? I don't want to hear it. So thank you guys so much for watching, and that's the end of this video. Sorry my voice is kind of monotone. I just sort of woke up, and I'm still getting over a cold a little bit, and I have a little bit of a rough throat. But either way, I will see you when I see you guys. Goodbye.